All right, welcome back to the Sunbrella Dockside Studio right here on the 24th annual Kelly Wagner Lady Angler Tournament. Look who has rolled in here. Henry Hinton, the big hen from Greenville, North Carolina. Henry owns a series of radio stations in Eastern North Carolina, is a morning personality, has a great talk show every day from 7 to 9 a.m. And he's been very gracious to join us here today. And we hope that he'll be back a little bit next week too. Henry, I know part of what you do, you know, obviously you're a business person, but you've watched COVID and how it's ravaged Eastern North Carolina. You've been on a kind of a crusade to get things opened up here in Eastern North Carolina. Tell us about that just a little bit.
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. This is great, and what a great setup, and I'm honored to be a part of the coverage this year. And Tommy, you guys have done a great job for a long time. I've always watched it, so thank you for inviting me to be a part of it this year. You know, isn't it great that we're all able to get out here? I remember, I was walking up and I had a little deja vu because I remember last year walking up as one of the fish was coming in to Big Rock Landing, and I was with my wife and my daughter, and people were gathering, and I remember my wife saying, yeah. She says, yeah. So we didn't stay down here very long, but I think everybody feels comfortable now that we're on the right path. There's been a lot of vaccinations. Went out and had a great dinner at a local restaurant last night. One of the greats, got some great Carteret County seafood, it was great to see a lot of people out. And so, you know, I think it's the Big Rock is just another example of how we're getting things back to normal.
Sure, absolutely, and I think that is exactly right. Last year, you know, the decision was a very tough decision made by the board to even have a tournament. Yeah. No social events. You know, there was restricted access to all of the way station area. You know, we're actually on a public street here. It's kind of hard to block off a public street and tell somebody they can't walk down the street. But we kind of did the best we can, and there is a certain sense of normalcy now, and I think. Last year, really, to toot the horn of the Big Rock, that was a kind of a bold move last year to have a tournament. Yeah. And it really, I think there was a lot of pent-up demand from people. We had at then an almost a record number of boats, 205 boats last year. But there is a sense of normalcy this year, and it does feel great.
Well, fortunately, fishing was one of the things that pretty much stayed normal last year. It was great that the boat dealers did great. And it was great that people came to the beach. I mean, I think Carteret County probably was one of the few places in North Carolina that benefited from COVID because you had so many people that came down here.
Well, you know, I was born about a block from where we sit, so I mean, I'm about as native of Moorhead as you can get, and I can assure you that in my short life here on this planet. Last year was kind of crazy here in Carteret County. A lot of people were here.
It was.
And made it kind of tough to get into some of those restaurants.
My family stayed down here.
I bet they did. Yours and everybody else in Raleigh was here too.
Going and coming. I think the boat dealers and the golf courses really, and the restaurants that stayed open and did a lot of takeout, they probably benefited last year.
Well, we hear it all the time. Welcome to paradise. You know, it's
hard to beat.
Hard to beat. Hard to beat. That it is. Let's take a look. We're joined by this beautiful trophy. This is from the Kelly Wagner Lady Angler Tournament, and our trophies this year are sponsored by Eastern Turf Maintenance. We want to give a shout out to those guys and thank them for being a part of the KWLA tournament. This is actually a pretty good picture. It shows up pretty well. Nice. Just a beautiful kind of I guess this is some kind of welding project or you know, I'm not sure, it's some artisan, whatever it is, but it is absolutely beautiful. You know, it's almost 2 feet tall. Got a beautiful base. So guys are not only competing for these trophies, or the ladies, excuse me, are competing for these trophies, but Henry, there's $189,000 in the pot here this weekend too, which is not exactly chump change. And look, here comes
we got another one here.
Here comes Andrea. Now
which one's this one?
It is the first place Billfish Release Trophy.
Okay. Yeah, this is our first place Billfish Release Trophy. And Henry,
I don't know who did these, but they're beautiful.
They're absolutely gorgeous. Eastern Turf Maintenance, of course, is our sponsor. Andrea's helping us there. There you go. That looks good.
That's beautiful.
Henry, I mentioned $189,000 in our purse. The winner here for the release category for Blue Marlin, this beautiful trophy, goes along with one check for almost $23,000, and then a winner-take-all check of $44,200, pushing $67,000 for the winner of the 24th annual KWLA. You talk about priming the economic pump, that would do it a little bit, wouldn't it?
Somebody's going to walk away with nice change off Big Rock Landing this afternoon.
They are.
And I hear they're hooked up as we speak.
They are. Henry, look, do you do this for a living or something?
No.
You're really good at this.
I've been watching you and Curtis.
That's right.
I've been practicing at home.
That's right. So the status right now offshore is the Builder's Choice is still hooked up, and I think we've got a couple of boats hooked up right now. The competition really is going to center around the Builder's Choice. They have released one Blue Marlin today, hooked up with another one. If they are successful, they will have scored 800 points. The dock fees yesterday released 2 Blue Marlin, scoring 800 points. And the rules of the tournament say if there's a tie in the release points, the tiebreaker is the weight of the largest game fish. So the dock fees yesterday weighed in a 26.7-pound dolphin caught by Henry, the cutest little 11-year-old angler you've ever seen. And boy, she captivated Big Rock Landing yesterday. So right now, the dock fees is in the lead, and they have this 26.7-pound dolphin as the tiebreaker.
But we could have some drama here in a little bit, huh?
We could. Henry, let's talk about what you do for a living and how it's going to interact with us. I mentioned your morning radio show from 7 to 9. You're going to be with us tomorrow is Monday, the first day of the Big Rock tournament, and on Tuesday, the second day of the tournament. Tell us about that. Tell us what you've got lined up for us.
We'll be on 96.3 FM from New Bern to Wilmington, and 103.7 FM from the Virginia line to New Bern. Of course, we'll also be streaming on Facebook. And, we've got a lot of great stuff lined up. I'm excited because I've never actually met Curtis Strange in person. I know that's old hat for you guys, but Curtis has always been one of my heroes. Only guy to win, the
last person to win back-to-back U.S. Opens.
Koepka did it.
Koepka
did it,
right.
But Curtis did it in 88 and 89. But up until that point, there'd only been one other, and I think it was Hogan. So Curtis is I'm really interested. I had a great conversation with him on the phone the other day. I'm really interested to get to know him better because, number one, we kind of grew up in the same area. I worked up in the Norfolk, Virginia area where his daddy owned a country club and where he learned how to play golf. And then, of course, he went to Wake Forest and had a great career. So Curtis is going to be with us tomorrow morning on the show. Right. We're going to have a lot of other folks. Dean Wagaman's going to stop by from Curtis Chevrolet, and of course Curtis Chevrolet is the sponsor of the kids tournament coming up in July, and Curtis is all about that, as you know.
Absolutely.
I mean,
we're fired up about that.
That's his baby, right?
That's going to be a great tournament coming up in July. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you forgot me. I'm going to be with you on Tuesday. Henry, come on.
Tuesday, yeah.
And I think the mayor,
Crystal, is the mayor coming down?
I think the mayor, Jerry Jones, is going to be with us on Tuesday.
We're going to have a good time. We got people are going to be coming by, so we'll be down here. And the guys at TriWorks Productions, Josh and Chris and everybody, they've set us up great, and they've been communicating with my folks, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I know you got a preview of this, and I listened to your show. You said, hey, this is big time. Well,
it is big time.
I've said,
when I get to work with these guys, it's big time.
And I said what I was going to say to Henry was, welcome to the big time. So, Henry, welcome to the big time.
I'm glad to be
You've made it, buddy.
This is the big time.
All right. Well, that's a little preview of what's coming next week on Monday and Tuesday as the 63rd Big Rock tournament gets underway. But we're here with you day 2 of the 24th annual KWLA tournament right here from the Sunbrella Dockside studio. We're having a great time waiting for some more game fish to come in. Fishing was over at 3 o'clock, and it'll be the next 15, 20, 30 minutes or so. We'll be hot and heavy action. Henry, we're now gonna we'll run a few ads or something and pay some bills, as the guys say, and go out and interact with the crowd a little bit, and maybe
some stuff away?
We're going to go give some stuff away. So
sounds good.
So stay with us. We are not going anywhere. You don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Over the years, KWLA has supported Carteret Healthcare Cancer Center in many ways, and it is always so special to our patients to have just those extra touches that the money that we get from KWLA provides. They have given us donations to help with the Serenity Garden that we have, that patients can go to find a quiet, safe place. We have been able to provide art therapy classes for our patients, massage therapy at the chair side, robes for patient comfort, other items that they can use when they are first starting their treatment. And it just means a great deal to us and our patients, and we just want to say thank you, KWLA.
Thanks, KWLA.
Thank you, 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 KWLA, and thank you to the incredible folks at the Cancer Center at Carteret Healthcare for all that you guys do for our community.